Because again, our goals with our program is to make sure that girls have access to economic sustainability and rewarding careers. Every girl, every boy deserves that. And we need to make that happen.
Yeah.
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 Very
Amen.
cool.
Very cool. Thank you for your work.
So let me just go back to the foundation,
Yeah.
Hoya,
Uh-huh.
and the Hopi founder or
The
CEO
the
or
chairperson of the Hoya Foundation is
of
Hope.
the,
Yeah.
yeah. And what is its vision or what is its objective?
So the vision of the Hoya Foundation, it really started with an emphasis on supporting minorities and women.
Hmm.
And that's what it has kept to. We do some portions where we're doing the coaching and the training for women and minority-owned companies. And then we've done this program. It's really to focus on that. You know, he and I bring two different perspectives of that, of really wanting to make sure opportunities and support exist for those parts of our community that haven't necessarily always gotten.
Very good.
Yeah.
We'll put a link to the foundation
Well,
in the
I'm going
show
to go
notes.
research the Hopis now and
Yeah.
learn more about their traditions
I want
and
to learn more about this land
insight.
working. I want to learn about working with the land. This idea, Carmen, of planting the corn where it's going to grow
Right.
instead of making it grow where you want it to grow because it's convenient for your
Right.
tractor. I mean,
Right.
how
Well,
does that change the brains of anyone who lives in that culture? It feels like it's like you're searching for the way things naturally go, and then you're planning according to that rather than sort of forcing things. Like, how does that change a culture? That's kind of amazing.
I can tell you a funny story, and I will try to leave out the details to not offend anyone. Um, but the founder's uncle was an elder in the Hopi tribe, and they had someone visit from another country that was very desert oriented. And so they had lunch, and one of the things this other country wanted to learn, they said, so tell us, because the land that you have here is very similar to ours, and yet you're able to raise crops. But what do you do when you don't have rain that season? What's your plan B? And his uncle looked at him and said, we don't have a plan B. He said, well, the other guy said, I understand that, but we're just kind of want to look at it. And oh, I did forget to say this is a very religious country. But we just wanted to really look at that and go, okay, if this season it's not working out, what do you do? And his uncle looked at him and said, you got to be right with God. And everybody went,
mm,
but I think that, in looking at where I grew up, where there's all these cornfields, these big square ones, it feels like to me, and I'm just saying this of my own accord, nobody has told me this from the tribe or anything, but it feels to me like a respect and a reverence for the land and what it wants to give and working with it rather
right.
than forcing your views and your opinions and your way of growing on it. Um,
Exactly.